My name is Liz Ramos, and I'm a former probation officer. I have been sick with Lyme disease for about 3 years. I started with the traditional medicine path and found that as I got sicker, I was more discouraged. I decided to take my route to healing in my own hands, and I found the joint, which now plays a role in my entire treatment plan. So I was diagnosed with Lyme disease. I also have a co-infection called babesiosis. Both of those I most likely got from a tick bite, even though I never remember being bit. What happens is that it completely suppresses the immune system and causes all over types of pain. There's over 300 symptoms, so what I go through each day can be very different from what another Lyme patient goes through. But on a daily basis, I deal with chronic migraines, back pain, joint pain, brain fog. So I started out my journey looking for a diagnosis, but really starting with relief with a diagnosis of chronic migraines. I saw a neurologist. I got a week-long IVs that would fill my body with migraine medicine instead of just taking the pills. The doctors were hoping to just stop the migraines so then we could find out what to do to prevent them. Unfortunately, it didn't work. I lost 30 pounds in 2 months on prescription medication. I had no appetite, I couldn't sleep. I didn't see any relief or any help from prescription medication. And at that point, I decided that I was done after about 6 months of seeing just the traditional migraine treatment route. I was done with that and I wanted to seek out other options. When I started about 6 months ago really experiencing back pain that would make me lay awake at night, I would wake up in the morning, feel like my back was breaking, and I would tell my husband that I felt like my bones were just being crushed by 500 pounds. And at that point, I said, I need to do something. I'm gonna give chiropractic another try. When I went into the joint 2 months ago, I was in so much pain that my lower back was throbbing, aching, shooting pain all day long, every day. And just gotten to the point where I couldn't handle it anymore. And I went in not really thinking that they could help, because in many of the treatments that I've done for all of my symptoms, there's not much that brings relief. But after my first adjustment, there was definitely a lessening of my symptoms. And I think now, when I'm looking at where my pain is at, it's been able to bring it down from probably a level 8, probably a 2, which has been tremendous. Even some days I don't even remember that I have back pain or joint pain because of the care that I've gotten at the joint. My symptoms make every day unpredictable. The hard part about making appointments with other doctors is that some days I really don't feel up to driving. Some days I physically can't drive. And it's a huge hassle to have to work around appointments when my body doesn't work around appointments. Since going to the joint, my daily life has been impacted by being able to take one symptom that was very prominent on my list that I have with my disease and be able to get relief from it. And that means that I've been able to have one less thing that's bothering me during the day, one less thing to worry about. And I've been able to know that I can keep going back weekly to keep that at bay and get off medication that I've been on for it because I no longer need it.